Hello, folks. Welcome to Sports Focus. We got a nice little show for y'all. Excuse my co-host for laughing. But we got some things to talk about. We got the NBA draft, do a little recap, see how the Knicks turned out. We in a little discussion on Pete Rose.
Oh my goodness.
Really, we got to talk about Pete?
Okay, yeah, we got to talk, because that's
You see the TV show Power?
We ain't talking about that right now. We ain't talking about power.
Hey, come on.
I gotta catch up.
Yeah,
But also, folks, we have something serious to discuss. You're talking about power, but something happened in Hartford.
Stupidity happened in Hartford.
big time.
Yeah. Violence in Hartford.
During the basketball game.
During a basketball tournament. Few people, in total, 4 people shot, including the gunman that was arrested, and one lost his life just watching the game. Just like if we went to any game and we're just like watching the game, and bam.
Yep.
Just like that. Thoughts, Mr. McIntosh?
Wasn't well prepared. Didn't have police presence. So people would just calm themselves down. Why did a convicted felon have a weapon? We all know. I guess I'm lost for words. I already said what I need to say to y'all alone privately. I don't want to repeat what I said.
Mr. Civil.
Just stupid. It goes back to what I said before. Remember, I said anyone can get a gun out of a trunk.
Yep.
All you do is know the right person and you can get a gun. So you have to restrict the gun laws. That's not stopping it, because you can go to a gun show and get a gun without registration. Just an ID. You don't have to put in for anything. And this is what's going to happen.
Isn't it amazing, though, in China, they can restrict the birth of children. But with this situation, you can't do nothing.
Well, you forgot the cops in England do not carry guns.
Some do, but not all.
So,
But you look at the people who pro-gun. They said, well, it's not the fault
of the gun.
It's
the people.
It's the people, which it is.
It is.
But they should have some more harder way for some people to get the guns, or make it so they have to go through certain things if they go transition.
But the biggest thing is the people who properly register the guns aren't the ones that's doing it.
I know the one who's
It's the ones who find those illegal guns and everything else that do most of the crap.
Yep.
So you can do tougher gun laws until you turn green. But if you can still go to some underground and get the AK-47 with the extended banana clip that you really want.
You think the problem is that, with the whole gun situation, is that you have people in our very own government that's sort of pro-gun, so they're like, well, I want my gun.
The NRHA contributes so much money to certain political to a political party that they're going to push that agenda for as long as they can.
And then that just goes to America, the right to bear arms, and
right to bear weapons.
Yep, and it doesn't say they have to be legal. They just say you have the right to bear arms.
Right to bear arms. Yeah, another bad one in Hartford. Just the senseless violence that's going on. Kids is there, women's there. Hey, it's just.
And the weird thing is, the ones that got shot wasn't the one that he was trying to shoot. That's. Just blows my mind.
Because they don't know how to use
So
the
you
weapon.
just basically take the gun and just start shooting everywhere.
And the person that he was having to argue, I think it was an argument with, it was the one who didn't get shot.
This is over the guy from what I read, that the guy tapped him. He took his shades, and then the whole gun.
Why didn't just fight? Wouldn't it be someone just use hands?
That's it.
I guess not. That's back in the day.
Yeah, just fight. Just fight.
That's back in the day, because everyone's afraid if they lose, then everyone's gonna die. Oh, you took a beating.
Well, as my father always say, yeah, you lose that fight, but the next time you see him, you jump on him again until you win.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, our prayers go out to the family of the young man, 41. who's gone now, and hopefully this would get the people to stop this damn crap. No.
And that goes to what I told someone else. You can't expect people to respect you if you don't respect each other. So
right.
you can do your marches and everything else. Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. But if you can't respect your own race within yourself, you can't expect others to respect you either. And that's the bottom line.
There you go. Hartford, we got some Hartford County and all over the country. We got some stuff to do. Now, let's talk about another person. I don't know if he's a felon, but he damn sure did something criminal. Pete Rose.
I don't know if he's a felon.
You know why I want to say something about Pete Rose? Because all these years, Faye Vincent, the late commissioner of baseball, came out. He's banned him from the Hall of Fame. He don't want nothing to do with Pete Rose. Pete Rose crying on TV. No, I did not what I played. So now he comes out. Yes, I did when I played. So like,
he had no choice,
dude.
He was a player coach.
You when you played the game, you bet on your own team. Like, what? That's banishment. Come on, there's no like, well, that's Charlie Hustle. Hey.
You know what? It's like this. He should have admitted it in the first place. He could have done the banishment a long time ago to complete that. If he admitted, by now he'd been back in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. So
like when these allegations came out, if he just would have just came clean, let a few years go by, then they would have said, okay, here you go. It would have been
15, 20 years. They would have been 15, 20. It would have been time. He would have had to do the time. It was like if he was, sorry to say, if it was a murder. If he was a murder, he would have to do time.
Yeah.
I think the worst thing about that is I think the former commissioner just did not like Pete Rose.
No.
Maybe he didn't like him, or he just didn't like the fact he was one of them real, like, you know what, you committed a baseball sin, a sports sin, and you bet. Not when you were playing, when you played, when you managed. No.
But the only thing is, right, I bet there's many more players that betted baseball. Mm-hmm. He just the only one just got caught.
He just high profile.
He just got caught.
Just high profile.
That's all. He just got caught.
Yeah, everybody wants him in the hall.
Yeah, it seemed like
he's in the hall, but
it seemed like the former players and all these other guys. Yeah, put him in there, man. Come on.
Yeah. Because they know they're dirty
what
too.
What is the all-time hit leader? No, not the hit leader. The what record?
He's something. He's like the all-time hit guy or something.
On base percentage or something other like that. You're a record holder. Why aren't you in the hall?
Well, because
every other record holder is going to.
Now, if he did,
Bonds,
he did this after he played, of course, he can get in. But I think that the question was he did it while he was in Major League Baseball.
He screwed up.
Yeah, now I'm going to pose this to you like I always do. I see how the media, they go at Pete Rose and they sort of gentle with him, and he's not in the Hall of Fame. If Pete Rose was African American or Latino, brown skin, would they even be talking about him even touching the Hall of Fame? Because they still want him in.
Prime example of a match that. What was the player in Boston, black player who just got in the Hall of Fame?
Was it Jim Rice?
Yes. Enough said.
Uncle Tom, Jim Rice?
They didn't like Jim Rice.
That's what Wade Boggs said.
It ain't
what Wade Boggs said. We going back on that one, people. Wade Boggs said that when he was with his concubine. And
that Pete Rose thing. That's funny. You know what? It's tough to say because they seem as if now they're tough on everybody when they do something illegal in baseball.
Yeah.
Now they are.
Yeah, now they are. So
now they are.
Now, I'm not even sure.
Because, you think about St. Louis with
McGuire
and Sosa. I don't think they should be in the Hall of Fame.
They let McGuire back and be a batting coach, but they said Sosa, no. So how can you do
Did Sosa want to be a coach?
I don't think he wanted to be a coach. He was too busy lightening his skin.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. We're going to have to move on from that. That's a whole other show. I heard about Sosa. Why you as brown as you is, You know what? I need to get a little lighter. But we're going to talk about that another time.
He went more than a little.
We're going to talk about that a little time over there.
Bleach.
You going to bleach yourself.
Bleach.
All right. The NBA Draft 2015. I know you brothers really didn't get up in it like how I watched it. I watched my Sixers. Boring. What do you mean boring? It's like a draft.
It was boring.
Well, anyway, the Minnesota Timberwolves had the #1 pick, and they picked the boy from Kentucky.
I gotta call him a boy.
That boy from Kentucky. How many of them Kentucky boys got picked? They like 4 or 5 of them. He's in the lottery.
Get here. I had you play me for a year and get out.
Get out. No degree, no education. Just go on and get out there.
None.
Good job, boy.
Now he's in trouble because of that.
Wait, right quick before we
Who's
get
in trouble? The player,
the coach.
Okay,
before we get to that, just speak on that. Should he be commended for that, or should he be in trouble for that? Because I find that kind of troubling to have my coach saying, "No, this is what I'm preparing you for you to get in the NBA, not get an education." Because as soon as you step on that court, the boy from the Lakers from Julius Randle tore up his knee. Yeah. Who knows if he's gonna come back and be the same player he was in Kentucky?
That's right.
What do you have to fall back on?
That was also like the dude from Chicago who messed this thing up. Lucky he got his education before he got out.
And let's not talk about homeboy in Portland.
Oh Lord. Olden.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
Man. Well,
yeah, he was good guy.
Yeah, he was awesome until that knee went.
Yeah.
I think the next year the next knee went.
He was done. So
the main point is get your education. So that's why I told you guys a long time ago during this show, I don't like John Calipari. He goes back with me from the battles with John Chaney and Temple. I don't like Calipari.
You like him when
I don't like him. When he was at UMass, I know we have our Hartford native Marcus Camby. I still don't like him. Now my Sixers, by the way, picked Jahlil Okafor from Duke. Yes, they are headed in the right direction, people. Anybody that knows something about basketball, they got a team full of small forwards and power forwards. I don't know who they're going to put at the point, but you know what? Hey, maybe one of them could be Magic. I don't know.
Fisher going to come out of retirement.
Also, you got the New York Stinks. I mean, the Knicks. Coach, the general manager,
got the
Phil Jackson.
Same like Philadelphia, same player.
Same problem, huh? Phil Jackson, Knicks fans, not happy. I don't blame them because they pay a lot of money, and this is the product that they get. You got Carmelo Anthony saying, you know, what's going on here?
Yeah, he sent out an angry, he was fussing with a teammate about the pick, and then he going to tweet and say, well, I'm looking forward to. Don't sugarcoat it, bro. We already know you pissed.
Put a lot of pressure on this young man from, from Europe.
Yeah,
can't pronounce the young man's name, but he's very tall,
but
and very thin,
and can shoot.
He can shoot.
He can shoot.
He can shoot.
He can shoot. That boy can
shoot.
But they ain't got no weight to bang in the inside though.
He's just gonna have to be Brad Sellers and stand out there and shoot the ball because who's tall enough to block it?
Well, they say he's going to be in conditioning to get some meat on those bones. He's going to need it because these big guys in the NBA, they're not small.
They're young and strong, and I don't know if the young man is strong enough. And I don't know if the Knicks is in the position to even do anything in basketball for 2015-16 season.
They're not doing nothing.
They got the Zen Master. They got the...
But that goes back to what we said about him in his championships. Everyone was already there when he got there. He just had to change the offense.
Now, he did win one in the developing leagues.
Yeah, he won one in the Puerto Rico League. He did win it, but we don't know that team.
Do it stack? We don't know.
We don't know, but the Knicks, you are in trouble, and I could see the Celtics maybe winning that division. And I could see my Sixers challenge as long as Joel Embiid is healthy. But I don't know what team with a bunch of power.
Any veteran on that team?
Folks, that's all the time we have for you. Thanks for joining us. That's the sad state of my Sixers.
I got the veterans, but folks, we're done for the day.